So we will solve now this problem, right? We have if x equals to log 1 plus t square and y equals to t minus tan inverse t, then we have to find dy dx, and we have the options for as an answer like 1 half t by 2 and t. Okay, so as you can see, we can differentiate both the expressions with respect to t at both the sides. Okay, so to get the dy dx, I am showing you. I hope I have already shown this kind of problems, although I am deducing it for you. Okay, like if we differentiate both sides of x equals to log of 1 plus t square. So if we differentiate x with respect to t, it will be dx dt, right? And log of 1 plus t square needs to be differentiated with respect to t. So it will be 1 by 1 plus t square, and for 1 plus t square we need to differentiate it again with respect to t. So d dt of 1 plus t square, right? So it will be d dt of 1 will be 0 as 1 is a constant number, and d dt of t square would be 2t. Just like d dx of x square is 2x, so d dt of t square would be 2t. So it will be 2t divided by 1 plus t square. It is dx dt. Similarly, we will differentiate y equals to t minus tan inverse t with respect to t. So like if we differentiate y with respect to t, it will be dy dt, and we are differentiating t with respect to t, so it will be 1 minus the differentiation of tan inverse t with respect to t, it will be 1 by 1 plus t square, right? So it will be 1 plus t square minus 1 divided by 1 plus t square. We can easily cancel out plus 1 and minus 1. Okay, what we have? We have t square divided by 1 plus t square, right? So can we write dy dx equals to dy dt divided by dx dt? Okay, I hope you have seen this kind of problems in my previous videos of differentiation. Okay, so let us just put the value of dy dt. So it will be t square by 1 plus t square as the value of dy dt, and dx dt value will be this one, 2t by 1 plus t square. So we can see that from both the denominators we can easily cancel out 1 plus t square part. So what we have remaining, we can cancel out 1t with this one. So we have only t by 2. So as you can see, the option C is t by 2. So our answer is matching with option C. So you can say the dy dx for this solution will be t by 2 according to the given problem. Okay. So as you can see, the problem we have solved in almost 3 steps itself. Just we have done dx dt, we have differentiated x equals to log of 1 plus t square both the sides with respect to t. Same we did for y equals to t minus tan inverse t. We have differentiated both the sides of it with respect to t. So we have got dx dt from here, and we have got dy dt from this expression, right? So we need to find dy dx. So we can easily write dy dx equals to dy dt divided by dx dt. So we have put the value of dy dt as t square divided by 1 plus t square, and the value of dx dt as 2t divided by 1 plus t square, right? So we have cancelled out the 1 plus t square part from the denominator, and with this t square and with this 2t part we have cancelled out 1t. So what we have, t by 2. So it is matching with the option C. So our answer is option C. Okay. So we'll move on to the next problem now. So our next problem is this one. Okay. If y equals to cos within bracket 2 sin inverse cos x, then we have to find dy dx. It looks like a very simple one, and it is a simple one. Just you need to think a bit differently. It is a bit different problem than what we have been doing in the differentiation, right? As you can see, you might need a basic concept of inverse function. I think that would be enough to solve this problem. Okay. So as you can see, we have cos in two places and we have sine inverse in between. So let us first try to convert this sine inverse into cos inverse. Let us see whether it is possible or not. Okay. We know that, we know sine inverse x plus cos inverse x equals to pi by 2. Whatever be the value here, like x, whatever be the value of this x, if this is same with sine inverse and cos inverse, then the resultant will be pi by 2. Like if it is sine inverse 2x plus cos inverse 2x, it would have pi by 2 itself. Or if it is sine inverse x by 4 plus cos inverse x by 4, it would have pi by 2 also. Okay. So what we can see from this point, that sine inverse x can be written as pi by 2 minus cos inverse x. You need to remember this formula only, like sine inverse x plus cos inverse x equals to pi by 2. You need to remember that. Okay. So if we can apply the same concept to this one, just follow this one. Instead of x, here it is cos x. That means the value here is x and here it is cos x. So can I write sine inverse cos x as pi by 2 minus cos inverse cos x? We can definitely write, because just compare with this formula. Instead of x, we have cos x only, and the formula is same what we have applied, right? Just check it. You can pause the video and try to learn, okay, and try to understand, then you proceed, right? Okay, so we will replace the value of sine inverse cos x. We will replace the value of sine inverse cos x with pi by 2 minus cos inverse cos x. Okay, so if we try to modify y, so y would be 2 into, in place of sine inverse cos x, we will be putting pi by 2 minus cos inverse cos x. So let me tell you, I think I have also told this formula earlier in my differentiation videos, like cos inverse of cos x will be x. Whatever be your trigonometrical angles, like sine inverse of sine x will be x, tan inverse of tan x will be x. Okay, so we can tell that cos inverse of cos x will be x, right? So we are just putting x instead of putting cos inverse cos x. Okay, now let us do the LCM within the angle. So it will be pi minus 2x divided by 2. So this 2 and this 2 can be cancelled out, right? So we have cos of pi minus 2x. So we have cos of pi minus 2x, right? So cos of pi minus 2x means minus cos 2x. Okay, it is minus cos 2x. You can remember this formula from trigonometry. That's why I was telling that you need to have a basic concept of inverse function and trigonometry. So it is minus cos 2x. Now we need to differentiate y equals to minus cos 2x with respect to x. So what we will get? We will get dy dx equals to minus derivative of cos 2x is sin 2x, and we need to again differentiate 2x with respect to x. That will be 2. Sorry, the differentiation of cos 2x is actually minus sin 2x, and again we need to differentiate 2x. So differentiate of 2x will be 2. Okay, so we already have a minus outside of the bracket, and within the bracket we have a minus, and this is a multiplicative form. So minus into minus will be plus, right? So it will be 2 sin 2x. Okay, so 2 sin 2x is our desired answer for dy dx. right? Let me just recap the procedure once. Just remember here, what we have done, cos of pi minus 2x, that means cos of 180 degree minus 2x is actually minus cos 2x. Just remember this formula. You need to remember this part and you need to remember this part to solve that problem. Okay. At least I mean to say that if you remember this formula, then you can easily simplify the problem as early as you can. Otherwise, it would be difficult because the problem is small. But if you do not remember any formula, it would be very, very difficult. Trust me. Okay. So you have to remember and understand formula in mathematics. Then the more problem you will see, you will have the idea after seeing a problem that okay, I can apply this formula to this problem. Let us check. So you will have several ideas in your mind if you have the formulas in your mind, right? So you must remember the formula, and there is no option of it. Okay, and let us recap once this problem. What we did, we tried to convert the sine inverse into cos inverse so that we can have this kind of expression, right? So we know as per the inverse function formula that sine inverse x plus cos inverse x equals to pi by 2. This value needs to be same. Like here is x, here is also x. Okay. So instead of x, we have sine inverse cos x. So by this formula, we can easily replace cos x in place of x. Just check this line and this line. We have just replaced the value x. We have just replaced the value cos x in place of x. Okay. So sine inverse cos x equals to pi by 2 minus cos inverse cos x, as in place of x we are replacing cos x. Okay. And we know as per the inverse function formula, cos inverse of cos x equals to x. Whatever be the trigonometrical angles, is sine, tan, sec, whatever. Like sine inverse of sine x equals to 1, as I told earlier. Tan inverse of tan x equals to x. Okay. Now, we will try to modify the y. We have y equals to cos of 2 sine inverse cos x. So, in place of sine inverse cos x, here we will be replacing pi by 2 minus cos inverse cos x. Okay. So, we have replaced in place of sine inverse cos x pi by 2 minus x. Why I have written x instead of cos inverse cos x? Because we know cos inverse cos x is x. So, instead of writing cos inverse cos x, we have just mentioned x over here. Right. So, just normal LCM we did, and we have cos of pi minus 2x. That means cos of 180 degree minus 2x. And from the trigonometrical function, we know cos of pi minus 2x equals to minus cos 2x. Whatever be the angle here, 2x, x, 4x, 8x, whatever. Like if it is cos pi minus 8x, then it would have minus cos 8x. Just like this. Okay. So now y equals to minus cos 2x, we can say. So we have just differentiated both the parts of y and minus cos 2x. So we have dy dx equals to, this minus sign is for this sign, and derivative of cos 2x is minus sin 2x into 2, because instead of x we have 2x, so we need to again differentiate the 2x, and differentiation of 2x is 2. So it is minus 2 sin 2x, and already there is a minus at the beginning, so it will be positive 2 sin 2x. So it is our answer for the problem, right? Just pause the video if you wish. Just go step by step and try to understand which of the formulas I have applied in each specific steps. I hope it would be easy to understand, right? So we'll move on to the next problem now. So here in this problem, we have y equals to tan x to the power sin x, and we need to find dy dx when x equals to pi by 4, means when x equals to 45 degree, right? So if you can remember that, I have told in few of my videos that if we have the function to the power another function in this format, in this expression, we need to take log at both the sides. Yeah. So I hope you can remember that, right? So let us take log on both the sides. Okay. So what will we get? We'll get log y here, and we can write sin x log tan x. I hope I do not need to repeat why I have taken sin x in the coefficient. As you know, this is a standard formula for log, right? Now what we can do, we can differentiate both these sides with respect to x. Okay. So if we differentiate log y with respect to x, we would be writing 1 by y dy dx. Okay. And as you can see, sin x is u function you can consider, and log tan x can be considered as v function. So we can apply d dx of u into v. Okay. So as you know, in this formula, sin x constant, d dx of log tan x. So let me write a step for you before differentiating actually. d dx of log tan x plus log tan x constant d dx of sin x. Okay. d dx of sin x. Right. So we have 1 by y dy dx equals to sin x into d dx of log x. We know 1 by x, so d dx of log tan x will be 1 by tan x, and as in place of x we have tan x, so we need to again differentiate tan x, which will be sec square x. So can I write the differentiation of log tan x as 1 by tan x into sec square x, right? So in the next part, log tan x, and we know the differentiation of sin x means d dx of sin x is cos x. Okay. Now dy dx equals to, let us multiply this y to the right hand side as a cross multiplication. Okay. So y would be here, and we know y equals to tan x to the power sin x. So let us replace the value of y here directly. Tan x to the power sin x. Now we know sin x by tan x equals to cos x as per the basic trigonometry, right? As sin x by cos x equals to tan x, so definitely sin x by tan x should be equals to cos x. So we can write it as cos x into sec square x. Sec square x means 1 by cos square x. Okay, 1 by cos square x. So we can easily cancel out 1 cos x here, right? So what I am doing, I am trying to simplify the problem so that it can be easier to solve, right? And here it will be log of tan x into cos x, whatever we have, right? Now we need to find the value of dy dx when x equals to pi by 4. Okay, so tan of pi by 4 we know 1, so sin of pi by 4 we know 1 by root 2. Let me tell you, pi by 4 is 45 degree, and here 1 by cos x, so cos of pi by 4 is 1 by root 2, so 1 by root 2, it will be root 2, right? Now log of tan is, so tan 45 degrees is 1, and we know log of 1 is 0, so 0 into cos x means 0, so this portion will be 0 itself. So we have only, so 1 to the power something is 1 into root 2, so root 2 is our answer. Is it? Just try to follow the process I have applied in step by step, you would be able to understand. Just apply log on both the sides and differentiate, your problem will be done. Okay, so let's move on to the next problem. So in our next problem we have, if e to the power xy minus 4xy equals to 4, we need to find the value of dy dx, right? So as you can see here, e to the power xy, the best way to start solving this problem is to apply the derivative of e to the power x, right? So first what we can do, we can differentiate both the sides with respect to x. Okay, so if we start differentiating with respect to x, then derivative of e to the power xy will be e to the power xy, and as instead of x we have xy, so we need to have the derivative of xy. So the derivative of x into y is x constant dy dx plus y constant ddx of x is 1. Okay, minus 4 into, as 4 is a constant, so it can be taken outside of the ddx part. So ddx of xy will be again x dy dx plus y. And you know derivative of 4 will be 0 as 4 is a constant term. Okay. So we have e to the power xy, and so if you see closely that we have x dy dx plus y in this portion, and we also have x dy dx plus y in this portion, right? So if we taken out the dy dx part into one side, it will be like x into e to the power xy minus 4x into dy dx, okay, plus y e to the power xy, as we are multiplicating y with the e to the power xy, so y into e to the power xy, okay, minus 4y, this minus 4 into y, right, will be equals to 0. Now what we have, so we can write that dy dx equals to, let me take this part into right hand side, so we can write 4y minus y e to the power xy divided by x e to the power xy minus 4x, like x e to the power xy minus 4x. Now we need to just modify this part to get the desired answer, right? So if we take y as common from the numerator, we will have 4 minus e to the power xy, right? And if we take x as a common from the denominator, we will have e to the power xy minus 4. So can we write e to the power xy minus 4 as minus of 4 minus e to the power xy? Definitely, as we know, for example, x minus 1 can be written as minus of 1 minus x. So by the same concept, we can write e to the power xy minus 4 as minus of 4 minus e to the power xy. So it will be 4 minus e to the power xy divided by minus x 4 minus e to the power xy, right? So now we can cancel out e to the power, we can cancel out 4 minus e to the power xy from both the numerator and denominator. Okay. So our answer will be minus y by x. Simple. So what we did? Nothing much. Just we did the differentiation on both the sides with respect to x. We have just calculated normally and we have got our desired answer. Okay, just do not miscalculate, just be calm while calculating anything. Okay, you would get the desired answer, right? So although if you find any kind of problem in understanding this solution, you can always reach out to me or pause the video to understand step by step, right? So we'll move on to the next problem now. So here in this problem, we have if e to the power y plus xy equals to e, then we need to find the value of dy dx when x equals to 0. Like the previous sum we did, where we have also performed this kind of solution, but there we only found the value of dy dx only, not depending on any value x or y. Okay. So just as previous we did, we will differentiate both the sides with respect to x at first, then we will put the value of x equals to 0 to get the desired answer. Okay. So if we differentiate both the sides with respect to x, so we will have the differentiation of e to the power y is e to the power y dy dx. Okay. And the differentiation of xy will be x constant dy dx plus y constant ddx of x is 1, like we did in the previous problem also. Okay. And as e is a constant number, so differentiation of e will be equals to 0. Do not forget, differentiation of e to the power x equals to e to the power x, but as it is only e, so e is a constant number, so differentiation of e will be equals to 0, right? Now we will take the dy dx part at once, like it is e to the power y dy dx and it is x dy dx. So we can write x plus e to the power y dy dx equals to, we can take, so this part is remaining y, so we can take y into right hand section, it will be minus y, right? So what is our dy dx? We can write dy dx as minus y divided by x plus e to the power y. So we have got the value of dy dx, but we need to find the value of dy dx when x equals to 0. Okay. So if we put x equals to 0, the y term would be remaining. So at first what we need to do, we need to put the value of x equals to 0 in the main expression to get the value of y. Then after we will put the value of y and x equals to 0 to get the dy dx at x equals to 0. Okay. So from our main expression, if we put the x as 0, just check what I am doing. I am just putting x as 0 in this expression and keeping the y part as same as it is. Okay. So it would be e to the power y equals to e. So e can be considered as e to the power 1. So what we know, y will be equals to 1 when x equals to 0. Now in the main problem, dy dx when x equals to 0, so we can put the value of y as 1 as we have just got it, right? So minus 1 divided by, in place of x we can put 0 and in place of y we can again put 1 only. So the answer will be minus 1 by e. Easy? Just let me recap once what we did. We have differentiated both the sides of this expression with respect to x. So we have got the dy dx part. Now we need to get the value of dy dx when x equals to 0. We can put x equals to 0 here, but we will be getting minus y by e to the power y. Okay. So at first we need to get the value of y when x equals to 0. To get the value of y when x equals to 0, we need to put the value of x equals to 0 in the first expression. So as I deduced, if we put the x as 0 in the first expression, keeping the y part same as it is, it will be e to the power y plus 0 equals to e. So we can write e to the power y equals to e, and e means e to the power 1. Okay. So y can be equals to 1 by the concept of indices. So what I am putting in the main dy dx, in place of y I am putting 1 and in place of x I am putting 0, right? So it will be minus 1 by e. So minus 1 by e would be the answer. Just follow step by step. If you require, you can pause the video and understand. It will be easy to understand, right? So we'll move on to the next problem now. So if you are liking my videos and if you are finding it helpful, then do share us with your friends. Okay. So I can get the more energy to make more useful videos for you guys, right?